Hi Alexa, some feedback on your presentation. So I just did this and it didn't record, so I'm doing it again. My last one was 5 minutes. I already typed in stuff, so I'm just going to kind of go through my little things again. First, I liked how you started with your research question. That really helped me see where you were going. And the way you used your headings on your slides, introduction, analysis, conclusion, really kind of organizationally led me through where the paper was going to go, which was helpful. I will say, when thinking about your headings, so first of all, this particular analysis of evidence slide, it looked like it was really more about your thesis, because it said, after analyzing my research, it's clear that new media such as blogging, social networking, video gaming has many social impacts on education and learning. That sounds kind of like your conclusion, and actually it looks a lot like the first bullet in your conclusion. So think about that as whether it's really your analysis. It doesn't seem to be. I will say let's see, what did I highlight next? Do-de-do-de-do-de-do. Okay. So the next thing is your next bullet. That looks like evidence for sure. You've got a citation there. And it says new media is a good teaching tool. And I think that maybe when thinking about your headings, it might be helpful to think about, instead of writing like analysis of evidence, each of your heading slides will be about something in particular. So this one is new media is a good teaching tool for assisting pedagogical strategies to encourage student participation, self-reflection, communication, critical thinking. And I'd say in this case, those are your bullets. Those are like, you should have like, maybe your heading is something like good teaching or new media, new media as a teaching tool. And then each of those bullets are something like self-reflection, communication, critical thinking. Okay. And then that bullet, that second bullet for you, is its own slide. And one of your classmates pointed out that they thought it was really adding credibility that you put the citation at the bottom, and I totally agree. One of the things you could do is put it at the very bottom of the page and just put it in a smaller font. That's a really common way to highlight the citation without it being like a huge part of the text. So as many of your classmates noticed too, a lot of these slides were really text heavy, and one way to avoid that, there's so much stuff on the slides that we really could get overwhelmed by it. But the good news is your delivery was clear, you spoke slow enough that we were able to follow you without really getting completely overwhelmed by the amount of information on the slides. So good job with your delivery. I just circled the image you've got at the bottom. You've got like building blocks. It kind of reminds me of like kids obviously in school and learning and literacy. As noted by your classmates too, most of your slides were pretty much text heavy and not necessarily, didn't really use many images. So that would be one thing to think about, how to utilize images to help tell your story rather than relying so much on words. All right, well, I enjoyed your talk very much, and it sounds like you got more focused from the talk and are starting to move more towards gaming specifically as a learning tool. And very much enjoy looking at the next revision.